I first met Jim and Renda actually through their handle, through commenting on YouTube, as Hardiness Approach. Here were these really nice comments early on every single day. And when I go in there and check comments and heart a nice comment, and then I'm doing it again day after day after day, I start to recognize and see these people, and they then become part of who I am. That was Jim and Renda.
I'm Renda. My husband Jim is in the other room. He'll be here in a moment. We're Hardiness Approach.
So when Jim and Renda Hardiness Approach applied to be, at that time they were in Oregon, they wanted to be an Oregon feature on our Great American Farm Tour. It was like, no doubt. You were like family. Yes, of course, we're gonna stop and see you. At their stop, we found out that they were just as nice in person as they were online. Show them how we've been treated, Renda. Oh boy. The ends of the bacon. And fried potatoes from your land.
Yep.
That stop ended up being one of the most restful of the tour. We just felt so at home. They just felt like another set of parents. They helped us with their kids while we were there. Heck, we even watched a movie one night. A movie! I can count on 3 fingers how many movies we were able to watch while on the Great American Farm Tour. No, I can probably count on 1 finger actually. I think we were able to watch 1 movie, and it was a Jim and Renda's. Did everybody get full with breakfast?
Yeah!
You ready to work?
Yeah!
What are you gonna have us do, Renda?
We are going to harvest everything in the garden.
They also had some really cool stuff going on where they were, despite the fact that they were just renting and that their renting lease was coming to an end. Tell me about what you did with your garden here. This looks like it did very well.
We did. All of our tomatoes, we had to keep redoing. It was an experiment, but they've been very, very productive.
Yeah, let me show people how very productive they are. Hey, Rebecca.
Yeah.
How about a fried green tomato?
That's the one I was.
No,
that's
have
the
you
one I
ever
was
send
talking to you about.
It's
Such
crazy.
a big
This is the one I was going to
tomato.
say you with.
You were talking
You get to
about
take this home.
That's the thing that I've noticed and like about Jim and Renda. I've had some time to think about them over the last few days. They don't really ever let anything get them down. Whether it's growing food on rented land where the owner could pull the rent at any minute, or whether it's finding a new homestead in Missouri, which they did.
Today, we're talking about why we bought the farm.
So many people I have email me saying, I'm 60, I'm 70, I'm 80, and oh, if I was young again, I would blank. Well, Jim and Renda haven't let that stop them. And they've been an example to all of us with that just plant spirit.
We have so many places on this farm to grow food. You might not. You may just have one little container, and so you might grow food in that.
There's now something else that they're having to alternate their life. They've set up a whole new homestead in Missouri. They've been YouTubing about that at Hardiness Approach, an amazing YouTube channel of their story, but they've had a major setback.
Those of you who know what PSA is, my PSA had increased
Significantly.
a very concerning amount. In the midst of dealing with that, we had another surprise.
So I'm not going to go into great detail, but I am being tested with diagnostic tests and biopsies for my own kind of possible cancer.
And they're having to adjust and change their life, but I still, even in this, I don't see them getting down. Even though they're having to sell the homestead to move closer to family, even though they're having to slow down on YouTube. We've been in their house. They've cooked us their meals.
And double smashed eggs, like Lily taught us how to make.
Okay, classic abundant permaculture breakfast right there. Double smashed eggs. Double smashed eggs.
And raw milk for the kids.
We've worked with them. We've had them to our house. Oh, how many eggs you got?
1, 2,
good.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We need that for our breakfast. And they've seen us in our real moments, and we're still friends. They're the real deal. great to have you guys helping today. Thank you so much.
Hey, we appreciate the chance to get back in the saddle.
Yeah, helping me milk, hold the camera, hold my notes. This book is a good one, but it has nothing to do with homesteading, but everything to do with the spirit that I've found in homesteading. Community, values, and culture. Community is the fact that we work towards the same goal, that we accept our respective roles in order to reach it. Values is the fact that we trust each other, that we love each other. Culture is as much about what we encourage as what we actually permit. For community, Jim and Rhonda have represented an open mind and acceptance of everyone. They're like the parent or grandparents. If we've had great ones, they're extra ones, and if we haven't, they're the ones we wished we had. They encourage everyone, and they actually love and encourage everyone in the community. I've never heard them say a bad word, negative word about anyone or really anything for that matter. And they've taken on their respective roles in encouraging others like us, all age spectrums, and then they are taking their own role as very different approach, very different target audience, but still having mutual respect and encouragement for everyone. For values, love isn't this emotional thing. It's a verb. It's laying down your life for another. And Jim and Rhonda have done that. They've done that in their kind comments, not just on our videos, but others. They've done that in opening up their home and hosting. They did that on their farm when they had extra produce. You could see it in their heart. They're doing it now, trying to sell their pigs. By the way, great pigs, 2 pigs for $75. And they say, you know, if you can't afford that, just let us know, and we'll help you. Like, come on, Jim and Rhonda. You're too nice. You're too nice. You're so nice. That just embodies who they are. At every single moment I've known them, it's just these extremely nice, but it goes beyond nice, loving people. And it's not this emotional, oh, I love you. No, it's this laying down your life for others, and that's what they do. So what about culture then? It's not about what they're against, it's about what they're for. And so many people get identified with what they're against, but Jim and Rhonda are like the prime example of being known, being branded for what you're for. I don't think I can even think of anything they're against, or at least have. I could make some guesses, but I can't think of anything that they've adamantly spoken out against. But I know what they're for. They're for just planting, no matter how old you are.
And over here, we planted potatoes. And then the pumpkins just took over. And all of these, we've given away probably 10. And these are what's left are gorgeous, gorgeous pumpkins.
Or young. They're for hosting others. They're for offering others encouragement. They're for giving cancer your best shot, making adjustments without complaint. And the community around homesteading has shown that they're the real deal, because others have Ethan from 180 Degrees Average. I don't know if he was the guy who started it, but he's definitely a big part of it. He let me know about it. They've started a GoFundMe for Jim and Rhonda. Of course, they're going to have crazy expenses with traveling, moving, dealing with cancer guys. They set up a modest amount, $10,000. And the last time I checked, I think we're about halfway there. I don't see why we can't get there. For Jim and Rhonda, for love, for community, for values, for culture, for Jim and Rhonda, I think we can do it. I'm gonna put the link in the description. And Rebecca and I have already made our own personal contribution to them. And I'm gonna encourage you guys to consider it, whether you know them or not, for the sake of this community, for the sake of encouraging these folks and fueling the amazing community that is homesteading. I'm gonna finish off the milking. Do go and check that out. At least look at the page, at least write an encouraging note. Maybe you can't afford anything, just write an encouraging note. Follow the Hardiness Approach on their YouTube channel. Ben and Megan Holler are.
Planning to head out there to help them get the house ready.
This is the community. This is how much these people are loved. Ben and Megan Holler are going out of their way to help them in Missouri. So everybody's coming around to help them. 180 degrees from average. The Hollers at the Holler Homestead. I saw that Doug and Stacy from Off Grid. Doug and Stacy have contributed money to this campaign. So everybody's helping in their own little way. Let's show them what we can do together as a community.
I can't believe it. Look at all of this harvest. That's amazing. That's beautiful. We did that.
We had a little bit of nature help.
The soil.
Now, you're going to leave on Saturday, so what are you going to do with all this?
All right, well, we're going to give some to you. We're going to call people up from the church and have them just come.
Probably just do the community Facebook even.
Community
Take some
Facebook.
tonight to the meetup.
And then we're going to take some home to our kids.